As we prepare for the Permian Basin Rehab Center's annual telethon this weekend, we want to show you how your donation dollars matter. Today, News West 9's Jolena Okazaki introduces you to Stone Creek, and yes, that's his name. His journey started from when he was first diagnosed with autism and he had trouble speaking. Now he's making big strides at PBRC.
Is that like a question mark or something?
Yes.
It is?
Stone Creek is only 4 years old.
You can draw more question marks.
He's only been a patient at PBRC for not even a year yet. But if you could see how far he's come in just a few months, you'd be surprised.
What is that?
It looks like a 15.
Just ask his
You wanna write a
therapist.
15?
Yes.
Show me. There's your 15.
Oh my goodness.
And the speech therapist would tell me that. She's like, John, I can't stop him from talking. I mean, he is like, she goes, I have to let him go because he is talking up a storm. And I'm like, I'm not seeing it. She goes, he really is not talking with you? And I'm like, really? Then he comes in today and he's just like, boom.
This color is purple.
That's because Stone, who's on the spectrum, wasn't talking much when he first walked in here. And unlike most kids who start verbal communication between 12 and 18 months, Stone took a little longer, and his parents first took notice.
He couldn't answer why questions, like where he went or what he did or why you do something, and I noticed he was struggling with that. He was a delayed talker. He didn't start talking till after he was 2 years old. And whenever that happened, COVID hit and everything was shut down, so we were just at home. We were trying to do therapy through FaceTime and doing things like that, and mostly I was having to work with him on those things, so it made things hard.
Stone is one of the many kids who grew up in the middle of a global pandemic, which also added to the delay in his speech, social, and occupational skills.
You can see a lot of our younger kids during the pandemic never got out of the house. They never left their mom. That's all they did was they spent 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with their mom. You want to build a tower first?
Yes.
Okay. They would come in here and they would have separation anxiety. Their social skills were very low. They didn't have the ability to interact with other people other than their parent.
But after being at PBRC for just a few months, believe it or not, Stone graduated speech therapy very quickly. And now he's moving on to occupational therapy, where he can work on his visual and motor skills.
His skill level is not the same as somebody his age. Whenever he was cutting the paper, I had to keep putting his other hand up to hold the paper. He has a difficult time when one hand's doing something and the other hand's doing another activity.
So why does this all matter? That's because small tasks like cutting paper will essentially help Stone perform better in the classroom.
He still has a few issues at school in groups. He works really good one-on-one. He sometimes struggles, just like maybe a sensory overload of things.
We want him to be age equivalent with his skills at school so that he can progress with other children and learn their curriculum and keep up and be included in that. That's the ultimate goal.
One of the best ways to channel that progress is introducing Stone through different types of activities where he's playing.
Whenever I first started seeing him, he couldn't string beats. And that's how they explore, that's how they learn, that's how they exchange ideas. Because, I mean, a kid will tell you if they don't want to play with this or if they do want to play with that.
And as a parent, you don't know how they're going to react to things or how long it's going to take, so it was a relief for me to see him just pick things up and go with it. It gives you hope.
This is why families like Stone's continue coming to PBRC. The one-on-one work that Stone has with his therapist not only builds on his goals and skill level, it also gives him the chance to make a new friend.
So watching them be close now, I love it. It helps me too. I used to have to walk him to the door. I don't anymore. He's just so happy. He's like, oh, I get to go see John. I get to go play with John today. You know, like they're best friends.
Mama.
You're welcome. Did you make some new friends?
John, can I go now? Now I can go play with Mama?
You want to go back out there and play some more?
Yes. Mama, come on.
Okay, come show me.
But if there's one lesson we can all learn from this little guy, no matter how you were born, or whether you grew up in the midst of a global pandemic, nothing can stop you from achieving your goals. After all, he proves that no stone is left unturned.
It's kind of like a light at the end of the tunnel. Like once you get here and you start working on things, it just brings you so much peace. I feel so much better knowing that he's here and we're working on things that he was struggling with and helping him get the help that he needs.
Ta-da!
Wow, I just love it.
Oh my goodness, and we love him. He's so cute. Be sure to join us. You can catch the Permian Basin Rehab Center Telethon this Saturday and Sunday right here on News West 9.